The house that watched me. I never believed a house could watch someone. Not until the night I stayed in the old Rockman estate alone. The house had been abandoned for nearly 20 years. People in the village whispered about it, saying it was cursed, that the last family who lived there never truly left. But I didn't believe in curses. I was a photographer, and the estate was the perfect place for a moody, atmospheric shoot. I arrived just before sunset. The house stood at the edge of a dying forest, its windows dark and hollow like empty eye sockets. The front door hung crooked, and the wind made it creak like it was whispering something I couldn't quite hear. Inside, the air was stale, thick with dust, and something else, something metallic. The floorboards groaned under my feet as if complaining about being disturbed. I set up my camera equipment in the main hall. The walls were peeling wallpaper, and the ceiling sagged in places. But the strangest thing were the portraits, dozens of them. Old, cracked paintings of the Rockman family, men, women, children, all staring straight ahead with the same cold, lifeless eyes. I felt uneasy, but I brushed it off. Old houses always feel strange. I started taking photos. Every time the flash went off, the room lit up for a split second, and I kept thinking I saw something move in the corner of my eye, a shadow, a figure, something. But when the light faded, nothing was there. After an hour, I decided to explore the rest of the house. The staircase groaned as I climbed it, and halfway up, I felt it, a sensation like someone was standing behind me, watching me. I turned around. No one. But the portraits on the wall, I swear their eyes looked different, like they were following me. I reached the second floor. The hallway was long and narrow, lined with closed doors. At the very end was a door slightly ajar, and a faint light flickered inside. I didn't turn it on. I hadn't touched anything. I walked toward it slowly, each step heavier than the last. The closer I got, the colder the air became. My breath turned white in front of me. I pushed the door open. Inside was a child's bedroom, toys scattered across the floor, a small bed with faded sheets, and on the wall, dozens of drawings, crude, childish sketches of a tall, faceless figure standing beside a little girl. In every drawing, the figure was closer. In the last one, it was touching her shoulder. I felt a chill crawl up my spine. Then I heard it, a soft tapping, tap, 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 coming from the closet. I raised my camera, hands shaking, and snapped a photo. The flash lit up the room, and for a split second, I saw something inside the closet, a shape, tall, thin, facing me. I stumbled back, heart pounding. The tapping stopped. Silence. I forced myself to breathe and stepped toward the closet. My hand trembled as I reached for the handle. I pulled it open. Nothing. Just darkness and old clothes. I exhaled shakily and turned around and froze. The toys on the floor had moved. They were arranged in a perfect circle around my feet. I didn't hear them move. I didn't see them move, but they had. I backed away slowly, stepping out of the circle, and that's when I heard it, a whisper, right behind me. Stay. I spun around, but no one was there. The door slammed shut on its own. I ran to it, pulling the handle, but it wouldn't budge. The whisper came again, louder this time, echoing around the room. "Stay." The lights flickered violently. The drawings on the wall began to peel themselves off, fluttering to the floor like dead leaves. The air grew colder and colder until my fingers went numb. Then the closet door creaked open, slowly, deliberately, and something stepped out. Tall, faceless, its head tilted slightly, as if studying me. I couldn't move, I couldn't scream, I could barely breathe. It reached out a long, thin arm toward me, and the bedroom door suddenly burst open. I fell backward into the hallway, scrambling to my feet. The figure didn't follow. It just stood there, watching me, with that blank, unreadable face. I ran, down the stairs, through the hall, out the front door. I didn't stop running until I reached my car. When I finally looked back, the house was dark again, silent, still. But in the upstairs window, I saw it, the faceless figure, standing there, watching me leave. I drove away and never returned. But sometimes, late at night, when I'm editing photos, I see something in the background of my shots, a shape, tall, thin, faceless, watching me. And every night it seems a little closer.